you're listening to the Brutally Delicious Podcast. I'm Bruce.
And I'm Chris.
Today we've got another Napalm Records artist, Victorius. And if you're looking for him, it's Victorious Metal. Looks like they're German. And we were just talking about this. I don't know how you want to explain them. Can you explain them, Chris?
It's like take power metal and then make it more power metal and then add a dash of power metal on top.
Yeah, there you go. That's a fair enough assumption. So it's traditional European power metal for anybody who hasn't picked up on what Chris said.
Yeah,
I'll summarize it for you.
You can definitely hear a little Iron Maiden influence, I think, in what they're doing. But it doesn't sound like Iron Maiden, if that makes any sense.
Yeah, it does. And again, we've been on a roll here. This is another well-produced record.
Yo, God, it sounds perfect.
And the album is called, well, I guess it came out last week, right? So last Friday, Space Ninjas from Hell from Victorius.
Nice. So who are we speaking with?
We are speaking with guitarist Dirk. I don't know how to pronounce his last name.
Dirk Sharshik.
Yeah, that guy.
Okay.
And if you want to hang out, I'll go ahead and grab him on the line.
Let's do it.
All right. How do you pronounce that name again, Chris? Dirk what?
I don't know. Dirk something.
Hey, Dirk, how are you?
Hello, nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you.
Bruce, that's my partner, Chris.
How you doing?
Hi, man. I'm fine, thank you.
Awesome.
Where exactly are you at? You're in Germany somewhere?
Yeah, somewhere in Eastern Germany.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. Not much going on here, so yeah.
Is it cold over there?
Yeah, cold and rainy.
That's the worst.
That's gross.
But it's good for metal
German,
because you can stay inside and write.
Yeah.
Stupid. Anyway, if you don't mind, we can just go ahead and jump in. I guess Space Ninjas from Hell came out last week, right?
Yeah, on Friday, exactly.
Now that it's out and you've had a little bit of time to sit with it, how do you feel about it? And are you satisfied with the outcome?
I'm cool with it so far. The response and the critics were kind of good. I'm happy, so to say. It's all went very well. We're happy about the release, very excited inside the band. The mood is very good inside the band. And yeah, we're happy that it's released finally.
What kind of time frame was there between sitting down and recording it to when it came out? Was there a long period of time?
A very long period of time. We finished everything in May, so the complete CD was mastered and all that stuff in May 2019. The artwork was finished and everything. And then, we had to wait about, 8 months or something like that? Yeah, until January. Until Napalm Records released it. But it's okay. You have that when you have so much time, you have a lot of things to do, which is kind of good. When you have so much time, you have to make the videos and the photo shoots and all that stuff. So you have a lot of time to prepare everything.
Right. Okay. Chris?
Did you take any time to write during that break?
During that break, not really, no, because I keep the tradition that I don't write any new music until the latest album is released. So, which means that right now I can begin to write new music, but in between this, I so much focused on the upcoming release. I don't have my mind free for any new music, because for me it's very, I wouldn't say hard, I would not say difficult, but it's kind of stressful to record everything, to write a whole album and all that stuff. So, and I'm not that guy that writes songs all the time,
Right.
Oh, that's really cool. A lot of people that I talk to, as soon as their record's done, that's when they feel the most inspired, to sit back down. But you're saying the opposite. You don't want to do that until it's time.
Yeah, it feels a bit like burned out, if you know what I mean. But as I said, being in the studio for so many weeks and months, and it's not easy. It's kind of stressful, at least when you have my part in the band to coordinate everything and you write almost everything and arrange everything. I'm happy when all this is done and when I have some free time apart from the music,
Right.
Oh, that's awesome.
Where do you draw your inspiration from when you sit down to finally write?
It's not that big story, actually. It just comes naturally from my mind, from our minds. We're just creative people. But there is nothing special which inspires me. I would not say that there is any special kind of music or movies or comics or whatever. Almost everyone thinks that we're inspired by comics and movies and cartoons and all that stuff, but that's not true, actually. So we're just creative people and everything comes from ourselves. Yeah.
Nice.
Is this your first release with Napalm?
Yeah, it's a first.
Awesome. How has it been having the support of a label as opposed to doing it yourself?
Well, we had different labels before Napalm, I have to say.
Okay.
But of course, Napalm is the biggest now, and they working their asses off. They're a great team, great people we're working with. You really can feel the difference compared to the labels we been before with and how they work and what is going on. And I'm doing so many interviews, and we're getting so many responses from the critics and so many reviews and all that stuff. It's a major part. It's really the next level, so to say.
That's awesome. So you feel like it was a good decision to kind of go with a label as opposed to trying to go it any other way?
Yeah, definitely. I guess to reach as many people as possible, you have to work with a label, at least in my opinion, or at least with a big label as Napalm is. And you really can see the benefits, I would say. Yeah.
Awesome. Bruce?
You guys are a quite a theatrical band. When you're writing, are you writing like with that stage presence and that kind of show thing in mind? Or are you writing songs just for the songs and then work the stage out later?
First of all, we are just working on the songs, and everything around all these components come in later. Yeah. So first of all, there's the song. There is an idea, a song title, in our cases, and then we work around all these other stuff around. Yeah.
Awesome. Okay. Yeah, because I'm looking at the Supersonic Samurai video now, and that's super theatrical. How did that come about? Was that you guys' idea, or is that the producer?
Yeah, it was us. So from the beginning on, we had the idea to make a green screen video because it fits perfectly to our music, because everything is over the top and so crazy and all that stuff. So it was a natural decision to create something crazy, which we can only achieve in a green screen studio. And then we went get in contact with the director and said, what do we have in mind? What is our vision for the video? What we want to make? And he said, yeah, great. I'm fine with that, guys. So let's do it. And then everything worked out very well.
That's awesome. It came out very nice.
Yeah, it looks great. When I first checked it out, Bruce said, "Oh, so what do you think?" And I said, "These guys sound like power metal, topped with power metal, with a little power metal sprinkled on top. Like it's just so well done within that genre." How do you feel being a power metal band? Do you hate it when people put that label on you?
No, so it's a very, very, very big compliment what you say. So thanks a lot.
Yeah.
Because that was our intention from the very first second on we formed this band when we were 13-year-old teenagers. We always wanted to play power metal, and I'm proud to be in a power metal band. I know that everyone says what power metal is cheesy, it's gay, I hate power metal, but we say, okay, we play power metal, let's make power metal great again. There are so many power metal bands who hate this term power metal. They say, no, we play heavy metal, I don't like this term power metal. Let's call it heavy metal. But we are a band who says, no, we are a power metal band. We like power metal, we love power metal, and that is what we always wanted to do. And here we are. We play power metal.
Well, it shows, that's for sure.
Yeah.
So you guys, it looks like you're coming up on 10 years since you released your first record?
I don't know if it's been 10 years. Yeah, it could be possible. Yeah.
I'm just looking at your wiki page, and it says in 2010 you released Unleash the Titans.
Yeah, but I wouldn't call this as a debut album. I would say it's a better demo, I would say.
Okay.
Yeah.
Cool.
Did you ever imagine? Sorry, go ahead, Chris.
Well, how old were you guys when you started this band?
We started in school when we were about 13 or 14 years old. We were teenagers.
Nice.
Yeah.
And you've been together that whole time?
The inner core, so to say. So consisting of me, our singer David, and the bass player Andy. We knew each other from school, and we said, okay, let's start a band. And then we picked up which instrument everyone wants to play. But in this constellation, the singer, the bass player, and me, the guitar player, we've been in this band since the beginning. We were the formers of the band.
Nice. Did you ever imagine you'd still be doing this 10 years later?
Actually, yes, because we always wanted to play music and we always wanted to reach the next level. We always wanted to be more or less successful, but that was always the goal, to make this in a professional way, more or less. So there was never the idea behind to make just a school band out of it, or just a bunch of teenagers who want to try out how everything works with playing guitars and all that stuff. We always wanted to be a real band and to be a successful band, so to say. And now we have a record deal. We toured worldwide. We toured with big bands. So at least a few goals we already achieved.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
So you, how many shows do you guys play a year?
I would say between 30 and 50, something like this. Yeah.
Well, it's quite a few shows, because you have to factor in travel time and all that stuff.
Yeah.
What's the craziest thing that's ever happened to you on tour? Maybe the best thing and maybe the worst thing.
I'm not so good in telling these stories.
Okay.
I would say the worst thing was when we played a little festival in Romania. I guess it was 2 years ago, and the organization was so unbelievably bad you can't imagine. Nothing was prepared. Also, I really mean nothing. We arrived there, then the police came because all this festival was not allowed to happen, and almost everything was cancelled. We drove there 15 hours by bus, I have to say, before. I guess this was the worst thing. But in the end, we played the show, and it was a cool show. The people went crazy and all that stuff. And the best thing, a trip to Japan was a very cool thing last year in September. That's something what so many bands and people dream of, to play shows in Japan. And we had this opportunity to go there, and that's a very nice thing. Yeah.
I bet you guys were received really well in Japan.
Yeah, I understand. The Japanese fans are kind of crazy about metal.
They love power metal, is from what I understand.
They love German power metal bands, yeah.
And so they fit the bill right away. So the crowds were good then?
Yeah, they were so fantastic, so enthusiastic, so friendly, and they really, how can I say, they really appreciate what you're doing on stage. So, and you really can feel this, so much energy. So compared to other audiences, they are very, very happy to see you, very enthusiastic. They're jumping from the first minute to the last minute. They do everything you want from them. It was a very nice experience.
Awesome.
So as a power metal band, obviously, like you can see influence of like Maiden and stuff in it. But what other bands in the power metal realm do you think have influenced your writing and your band the most?
Well, I would say everything started with Hammerfall. Hammerfall was the reason because we wanted to play this music, and Hammerfall is still one of my favorite bands. but I would not say that we are inspired that much by any other bands. Of course, everyone says that we sound like Dragon Force and we steal everything from Glory Hammer. This is what all the critics say, but I have to say that it's absolutely not the case. We do what we want to do and what we are doing. So actually, I can't name you any band. Of course, I have my favorites like Blind Guardian and Halloween, but I would not say that they influenced us this much, you know?
Gotcha. So here's a different style of question. What kind of guitar are you playing right now? What's your rig look like?
That's a cool question. I'm with Jackson Guitars my entire career, so to say. I play the Randy Rhoads models.
Yeah.
With active EMG pickups. For the past years, I was using PVMs, especially the 61, the 6505 and the Triple X. You know the Triple X?
I do, yeah.
Yeah, and a few months ago, I checked out the Hughes & Kettner Black Spirit 200 floor amp. Don't know if you have heard about this.
Absolutely.
And this is what I play now. I don't have to carry anymore a big head. So I just have everything in my small foot case.
Yeah.
The whole amp is just a pedal, you know, and that's my main rigs right now.
So what's your feeling on something like a Kemper Profiler or an Axe FX2, or I think there's another one that was just announced at NAMM now. I can't remember who announced it. Neural DSP.
I never really checked this out. There are a few bands which have a great tone with all that Kemper stuff, but I saw so many bands who really had a shitty tone with all that Kemper stuff. And I personally don't want to miss a real guitar cabinet, you know?
Yeah.
With the Kemper stuff and all these things, you have the opportunity to go straight into the PA. But I don't want to miss the feeling of a real guitar cabinet. I need the punch from behind and the sound. That's my opinion. Yeah.
No, that's cool. I just at a lot of metal shows I go to, I'm starting to see so many bands use like the Kemper or the Axe FX. Like on 70,000 Tons of Metal last year, there were so many Kempers. I couldn't believe it. And then
if they have a great tone, then it's okay. But I have to say that I'm absolutely not a gear nerd, you know. I think let's keep it as simple as possible. Just a few knobs to dial with, and then you have this Kemper with thousands of possibilities and to create everything. And I'm not that sound engineer guy, nerd, whatever, you know. I say let's keep it as simple as possible.
Yeah. So why choose the EMG active pickups over like a high output passive pickup? I play EMGs since forever actually, and they never let me down. A few years ago, I bought another Jackson guitar, the Gus G signature, who has active Seymour Duncans, and they have a bit more output compared to the EMGs. But right now, I play my EMG guitars again, and I have to say they sound still awesome. So for me, it's a perfect choice, I must say. Oh, no, I'm just curious. I'm a guitar nerd. I don't know if you can tell, but
he's just a nerd.
Yeah, I recently outfitted two of my guitars with the John Petrucci DiMarzio Crunch Lab pickup, and it's just unbelievable. I play in drop C or C standard, so when I used it, I was like, oh, that's the pickup I want. So, but I'm always curious. Like, I have more guitars to put pickups in, so I'm trying to get your feedback on pickups. we could talk about gear, you know. So
yeah. So many people right now talking about these Fishman pickups, but I never played them. So as I said before, I'm super satisfied with my EMGs, and they work for my kind of playing. So right now there is no need to change anything. Never say never. Maybe I will check out other pickups in the future, but right now I go with EMGs, and I only use the bridge pickup. It's all I need.
Nice. Yeah. Are you using any overdrive pedals?
I bought a little mower, Green Mile.
Yeah.
You know the mower pedals?
I don't know.
They are super small pedals. They look like a baby version of a proper normal pedal, but they sound good. It's kind of a Tube Screamer clone.
Okay.
Just to push my Dukes and Kettner a bit. That's all. Yeah.
Nice.
But all effects and all you need is built in these Dukes and Kettners. Black Spirit, floor amp, so it's all you need.
That's amazing. Bruce?
What kind of touring plans do you have in support of the record? Are you guys planning ahead now, or is it too early? Or
no, right now we already played a bunch of release shows, which means that we played full headliner shows, a full Ninja set. Tomorrow's the next show, and we will have 3 or more of these release shows. Then we will go on a European tour with Serenity in April.
Oh, nice. That's another Napalm artist, right?
Exactly.
Yeah.
And we're gonna do some summer festivals, so here and there, and hopefully another European or a proper tour in autumn and winter this year.
Okay. So I know Chris often asks this question, but I'll go ahead and beat him to the punch here. If fans want to find you guys, what's the best way to get in contact with you?
Via our normal website, victoriusmetal.net. And of course, Facebook and Instagram.
Okay, and you're fairly active on the social media?
Yeah.
Awesome. Chris?
I'm all out of questions. I really appreciate you taking the time with us today.
Yes, Dirk. Thank you for taking the time. I appreciate it.
I have to thank you. Thanks for the interview.
Excellent. You have a fantastic day, and good luck with the record.
Thanks, man.
Good luck. Cheers.
Be well.
Bye-bye.
Bye.